He's been threatening to do it, and he's done it. Sort of. Elon Musk is launching his party, the very creatively named America Party, because you need to understand, right as you start to talk about this topic, that he is at best half-assing the entire thing. And giving it an actual name that required some thought would imply that he's serious about this. He's not. He's calling it the America Party because he doesn't care. But anyway, Elon Musk posted this. By a factor of 2 to 1, you want a new political party, and you shall have it. When it comes to bankrupting our country with waste and graft, we live in a one-party system, not a democracy. And while I don't consider him an expert on much, he is definitely an expert on graft, seeing as how his entire fortune is based on the government contracts companies have been given. So it's a little bit ironic, but anyway, if you want to know exactly when he announced he was starting this party, I think we can figure it out together. If we bring up this chart of Tesla's stock price, where do you think he announced this new party? It's over on the right. I think you can figure it out. But anyway, the stock went down and it recovered a tiny little bit. So Tesla lost about 10% of its value when he announced that he was getting back into politics, because the whole issue with their stock price was that he was too involved in politics. But anyway, his first message was in response to this. He asked if he should create an America Party, to which 2/3 said yes. Only 2/3 of the most self-selected polling group in history, people who follow and like Elon Musk, said yes, and he considers that. Like, think about how sad it is that he acts as if these polls he posts are serious or mean anything. That is so utterly pathetic, but it's all that was required for him to launch this thing. Now, you might think that actually starting a political party is complicated and difficult, but you only believe that because you're not a genius. He said it's not hard, TBH. I'm not sure that he's right about that, because he apparently hasn't actually done any of the things you actually have to do to start a party. He hasn't filed with the FEC. He just tweeted it. That's literally all he did. Well, sure, if that's all you're gonna do, then it's easy. You're on Twitter all day. It's the easiest thing in the world for you. But anyway, he did it. Now, we're gonna get into other aspects of this, including Donald Trump freaking out over it, JR, but what do you think?
Well, Elon Musk, fulfilling his promise to make sure he starts this new America Party. I mean, will it include his Nazi salute that he also started President Trump's campaign, or I'm sorry, his whole presidency with? Because maybe that could be the right symbol for this particular party. As I noticed the graph immediately, the overwhelming number of people, 2/3 of them actually want this party, and he's gonna make America, what's gonna be the slogan now? Fall off a cliff like his Tesla stock just did? Like, this isn't really gonna do much except cause more strife and anger between him and his former buddy. Right before then, he goes and apologizes for having the audacity to say that he wants to start a third party. I'm sure that part is coming next. Same way it was as we were just talking about with that Epstein client list, because he went too far overboard when he said that Trump was on it. Now he's gone too far overboard and saying he's gonna start a third party that he's not gonna start.
Yeah, look, he certainly likes blowing money on politics. Sometimes it's worked for him. It did in 2024. It didn't work in those judicial elections. And as many people understand how politics works, third parties generally, just the way the system works out, are kind of only capable of hurting the side they're closest to. That's sort of the way it's traditionally worked. Now, maybe he's a genius, so he'll figure out a way to do it. I kind of doubt it. In any event, he said they're gonna focus on 2 to 3 Senate seats and 8 to 10 House districts. He has not announced what they actually are, but he believes that will allow him to serve as the deciding vote on contentious laws. Basically, there will be Democrats and Republicans, but neither will have the majority, and he'll have like 8 seats, so he gets to decide or whatever. The issue is that if you're only taking those seats from the Republicans, it doesn't actually make you the power broker. It just makes you have to coordinate with the Republicans to get literally anything done. But whatever. I will leave it to Dr. Gay Russian Bot, who had the best read, so the Democrats would control Congress forever, which not necessarily, but yeah, that's probably the effect it would have, is that it would make it hard, not control forever, but it would make it harder for Republicans to win, because what is this party gonna be, man? Like, the Republican Party isn't already biased enough in its policies towards the uber wealthy and corporations. They don't talk enough about being anti-woke or whatever. it's just gonna be a more trollish version of the Republican Party, and thus it's only going to appeal to the people who are already voting for the Republicans at this point. No leftist, no centrist is gonna vote for this. And so anyway, Trump is not happy, and so we're gonna end on this. He says he's saddened to watch Elon Musk go completely off the rails, essentially becoming a train wreck over the past few weeks. Yes, we get the metaphor. He even wants to start a third political party, despite the fact that they have never succeeded in the United States. The system seems not designed for them. The one thing third parties are good for is the creation of complete and total disruption and chaos, which is my job. He didn't say that last part. But anyway, yeah, then he goes on and on and on about the EV mandate that did not actually exist. That again, the subsidies, he's talking about the subsidies for EVs and he thinks it's a mandate. Why am I wasting my time? I'm not gonna get him to understand what was actually the law. And so he's mad. He's mad. And by the way, when he says the result would be chaos, again, not generalized chaos, these candidates would be effectively taking support away from Republicans. So look, I'm not gonna say, like some people on the left will be like, this is awesome, it's the best thing ever, because it's only gonna hurt the Republicans. Sure, it's also probably going to inject hundreds of millions of dollars into utterly dishonest, terrible identity politics ads that further increase partisanship and make us distrust and hate each other, make our politics more base and terrible. And it's just like, I don't think him being involved in politics is never actually a good thing. Could some of the consequences be good? Sure, perhaps. But generally, I don't want him involved in politics much more than I have to imagine like the Tesla board does. Final thoughts, JR.
Yeah, these are the only few things that Donald Trump will respond to. He responded when he was talking about the Epstein list. And now when there's this third party possibilities, like this is what's gonna happen, guys. In case you idiots don't know, he's gonna split some of the votes from me. And the only reason I care about this, that he's not actually gonna do, is because I wanna let you guys know that you're supposed to stay loyal to me. And we just have this small difference when it comes to EV mandates. Again, as you point out, he has no idea what he's talking about. It's like trying to teach folks or continue to coddle them into the belief system that you've convinced them is reality. Because there's another guy who knows how to do that too, and he's gonna coddle whoever follows him into this alternate sense of reality. So it's a couple of folks battling over this lack of reality. Honestly, it won't be that good for Democrats either, because they'll just sit back and continue to do absolutely nothing while these two fight. So it's kind of bad for everybody.
Yeah, and definitely not gonna be good for his stock price. Like they needed him to get out of government so people would stop setting cars on fire. And now he's like, oh no, I'm gonna start my whole own party. That's gonna be terrible.
Bro, at this point, if you go to a Tesla dealership, the salesmen are probably like, what are you doing here?
If you enjoyed that, then make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming a member. So you're probably wondering, why would I do that? Well, when you do that, you get access to bonus content that I make every single week, and it's a lot of fun. You get custom emojis and more. If you join at tier 3, by the way, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself. And you'll get all that going forward, but you'll also unlock years of the back catalog that is literally 100 or more bonus clips and top 10 lists and debates and more. So what are you waiting for?